Yeah, so we've been looking there for a long time. We had joint ventures in the past that we were looking to pursue. Things didn't work out. Obviously, Solihull area is very similar to Sutton. It's hard to find good locations. It's very expensive over there. It's not cheap. And really, I just thought it's like the perfect timing with adding people to the team, wanting to expand to be able to bring more people on board full time. I feel like we've not hit the limit in Sutton at all. I'm not saying that, but we are. We have a high student base for the area, and we are well established here. So our thought process is to open a second location in an area that we've always wanted to be. I love the area of Solihull. I like the people over there. I think it's a very similar clientele to Sutton. Our strategies that we use here have worked very well over there already. The location itself came about just from, like how we did here, just constantly hammering estate agents. Have you got anything? Whatever. Managed to find an incredible spot. We negotiated like very hard to try and get the best price. And I have huge belief in the team and huge belief in what we can do. So, I didn't need to do it by scrimping and scraping and just trying to open it and do it on the cheap. I really wanted to invest in a facility that can last there for 10-15 years minimum and then see where we go from there. So we invested heavily in that project. Obviously the academy is looking incredible and will be incredible when it's done. Obviously I've took a huge amount of inspiration from AOJ, and obviously I've trained out there. I've been to their academies, Atos headquarters, the new academy, Atos Beaumont. There's a Atos Academy in Miami, I believe it is, that's like more all white mats. So I've had these visions for a while. When we stepped into the building, the first thing that sold it to me was like the scale of the building, like how impressive like the foyer areas are, the entrance. The building's like primarily glass, so there's a lot of natural daylight, which works really well with the white. Then we had the suspended ceiling. So the suspended ceiling is great. We have it here. Like I have no issues with it. But that was like its starting point. So we could have just left it how it is, throw some mats down. Like I said, very low investment, see if we can make some money. But that's really not our intention. Our intention is to build something like substantial and special. So we ripped the ceiling down, which is like a crazy cost. We put in a new ceiling, boarded it all, plastered it, put trough lighting all around the exact perimeter of the size of the mats. Everything is like perfect. And really and truly why we wanted to do that is because with how we've built Sutton, we went from like a room to a community centre to here. Then even in this building we've changed it 3, 4, 5 times, and of course it takes a lot of investment to do that. But not only that, you have a lot of downtime if you're building and where you can't coach. So we really wanted to do this like the best version we could from day one. So again, it took a lot of investment. It wasn't something that me and my dad could do necessarily. We have built a lot of the academies ourselves, and we've done like it DIY and had to improve it as we go. And that was mainly financially. But now we have the investment from this academy to be able to go and open it at 10 out of 10 from day one. That's what we decided to do. So we had the vision. We got all the CGIs done. Again, got somebody to do them exactly how I wanted it. Put that out to a few companies, and obviously the guys that had done Gymshark and the Nike fit out came back to us, and I felt they're the perfect fit. They had like a similar attention to detail and almost like ADHD with how perfect things had to be, like me, and it just worked really well. So we went with them, and we haven't looked back since yet.
My name's Mickey from Interior Ceilings Positions. We got a contact from Tom a few weeks ago about quite an exciting project, brand new jiu-jitsu gym, Solihull. As you can see, the building behind us is pretty impressive itself. When we was driving it was pretty reminiscent of Gymshark building, which is only literally over the road. Tom's ideas were quite exciting. It was quite impressive how quickly he got the concept together, and after a brief conversation I could see how excited he was, and to be honest it excited me because the ideas he wanted I knew we could achieve as a company. It's been a pretty fast turnaround, from pretty much conversation to bodies on site. It was 4 days, which has its problems, but luckily we're a local business to the area, so we managed to mobilise, get materials here, get the plans here, and get the ball rolling. working in conjunction with a new electrician which not worked before. It's the same sort of scenario. It was straight on it, ready to go. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but it's been a good start to the project.
Obviously, I listen to a lot of people online. I watch a lot of people that have built big businesses and business mentors, and you know, sometimes even if somebody's done it before or has the potential to do it, sometimes like speed is your only asset, and you have to get things done, man. You can't dwell on it. You can't procrastinate. Like if you have belief and you truly do believe in what you're doing, just like go and get it done, right? And that's something I'm very good at. Like I can execute something if we come up with a plan, if we come up with an idea, like we can execute it within like 48 hours. We did it with the uniforms here when we changed brands, when we changed over. It was like executed like efficiently and very quickly. You know, and like I say, I watch a lot of mentors, and one of the things I've learned through the whole journey and through the whole stage, like you can be in control of everything for a certain point, right? And obviously these mentors online will say like, well, you build a business up to like £1 million, like you do everything, and then over £1 million you have to let everyone else do everything. And that's been like a transition that I've had to work on, where I've gone from doing everything from like the classes to painting the ceiling to coming up with ideas to, you know, trying to do my own reels or filming. And you will get to a certain level doing it all yourself, but it won't be as good as if you can get the people that literally specialize in those areas, which of course takes investment, takes time to build up enough capital to be able to invest in those areas. But we're at that point now, and that's why we're seeing the kind of fruits of our prior labour. It's like one of the most difficult things you will do, and don't get me wrong, it looks easy. On the surface, it looks very easy. Buy a building, put some mats down, put a lick of paint up, changing rooms, done. But you know, over the last 6-7 years, I've learned an incredible amount of knowledge on building business, on coaching, on people psychology, right? Like, you know, we have made tons of mistakes over the years, like tons. I can admit that, no problem. You know, we've made errors in the build, we've put things in the wrong place, we've had to change it around. We've made errors with how we communicate, how I communicate with people, with keeping them, you know, on board or retaining members. And I think you just get to a point where you learn really what you're good at, what everyone else around you is good at. You put people in position. And I think what I've been the most successful at in my personal career is been like being able to create like process. So it's not on luck, it's not based on anything else. Now it's based on like process. So this is what we do. If this is that, we go to here, we go to here. Like it's step-by-step process that we've put in place that we can replicate across academies. We can replicate that out to other people that are coming on board as affiliates. And it works. It works very well. It's successful, but it doesn't come with any form of balance. I've had like struggles with balance massively throughout the whole journey from even competing. I had no balance when I was competing. I'd compete every weekend. I'd train every day. Like I didn't care about anything else, anyone else. Missed, you know, family time, missed, you know, spending time with people, functions, birthdays, parties. I didn't go out as a kid, never drank alcohol until I was like 25. Like I had no balance, like everything was jiu-jitsu, right? And then the same in business. When I started running an academy and it started to become successful, I had zero balance. I have like a very addictive personality anyway, so if I'm into something, like I'm all the way in. And you know, listen, have I had relationship stress? Yes. Have I had troubles with family and adjusting with having kids? Like massively. I've struggled with bringing new people in to coach, and like feelings of like being less valuable, and like there's so many emotions you have to deal with, and then that's on top of, you know, staying up till 3 a.m. in the morning to talk to suppliers, to talk on a meeting, to message headquarters in America. I can't sleep because I've got an idea, I want to get something done, and you guys know, you know, and like everyone else is asleep and I'm the one up thinking and doing it. And yeah, while it's not like I'm not trying to be like a hero, because I'm not, I think that's always just been part of me and my personality, which has led me to be able to do what we've done. Yeah, it's how I've been. It's not, I don't believe in balance at all. Like, I really don't. I don't think there's any such thing. Like, if you're truly passionate and you have belief in something, like everything else in secondary, and a lot of people pretend and try and play like a hero and say, oh yeah, I can do everything, and you know, I'm a great dad and I'm a great partner and I'm a great business owner. Like, I'll be completely honest, I haven't been any of those things. I've been competitor, businessman, and now towards the twilight years, let's call it, of my career competitively, like I've tried to balance business and family, and competitive is kind of like the least of my priorities, even though I'm still fairly successful when I compete. But that's, you know, it diminishes day by day when I see, you know, my kids growing up and I see times that I've missed with them, right? Like, you know, silly things like I'll be away coaching the kids at the Europeans, and you know, one of my boys will be like on their bike without their stabilizers for the first time. Like, I miss those moments. I don't see them. I never seen them walk first. Like, all of those things are missed that people don't really see while I'm away coaching other people's kids to be successful, while I'm away competing to try and, you know, bring back to here. So like I say, I have myself, Hannah, my kids that rely on me, and then I also deep it even more. I have, like, you know, maybe Danny, maybe Lucy, Serena one day, like they rely on me to get paid to see their kids and their nephews and I'm just like, I can't let them down, right? So I have to keep hammering and pushing forward.